Someone is coming after us. I need your help. I just have one question. What did you do last summer?
Hello everyone, welcome to another movie review. I just saw I Know What You Did last summer, the 2025 Legacy sequel. Now I say I just saw it, I'm kind of lying. I didn't just see it, I saw it a couple hours ago, but my review that I filmed right after, the audio was messed up. I think the Bluetooth in my car was messing with my phone, because I record on my phone. Normally I turn the Bluetooth on my phone off, I put it on airplane mode, but I forgot to do that. So the audio got completely jacked up, and it's missing audio completely in like the first couple minutes of the review. So I'm just going to redo the whole review. So I'm a little annoyed by that. I didn't know until I got home and started editing. So I did do a double feature today with Eddington and this movie. So if you want to watch my review for Eddington, it should be up at the same time as this one. So yeah, I'm a little annoyed that I have to review this movie again, but I'll try my best to recall everything I said. So yes, I Know What You Did Last Summer. This is, like I said, a legacy sequel, aka a requel, which was a term created by Scream 5 a couple years ago, where, you know, you have a legacy sequel that pretty much just keeps the same name, and, you know, brings back characters from the older movies and blah blah blah. So obviously there is a connection with Scream with I Know What You Did Last Summer. The original movie was always looked at as sort of like a rip-off of Scream. It came out a year after Scream did. But it's not a rip-off, because the guy that wrote I Know What You Did Last Summer was the writer for Scream, Kevin Williamson. He's the same writer. He also wrote Scream 2, Scream 4, and he's directing Scream 7 right now. So, yeah. Very much similar, you know, there is similar things you can draw in both movies, but yeah, it's not, I wouldn't call it a ripoff, you know, everybody always says that, but I don't see it that way. Now, going into this new movie, I had never seen the I Know What You Did Last Summer movies. I watched them for the first time this week, the original one, and then I watched the sequel, I Still Know What You Did Last Summer. I didn't watch the third movie. It's called I'll Always Know What You Did Last Summer, just because it was straight to video, and it's like apparently like a terrible movie and has nothing to do with the other ones. So I skipped it altogether. So if anybody's seen that, let me know if it's worth checking out, if it's a waste of time, you know. And then there was also like a series on Amazon Prime Video. I don't know if it was like one season or two seasons. I didn't watch that either. Again, I'm just assuming it has nothing to do with this. So this new movie is a follow-up to the first two movies, basically. And like I said, I had never seen them. I thought they were okay. You know, they're 90s movies. They're generic slasher movies, in my opinion. You know, you do have some, you know, big names in there. Jennifer Love Hewitt, Freddie Prinze Jr., you know. So, yeah, and they do return in this new movie, which isn't a spoiler because, you know, it's in the marketing. But they're just okay. You know, they don't compare to the Scream movies at all for me. You know what I mean? Just typical fun, you know, run-of-the-mill horror movies. And this new one, I sort of feel the same way. Like, I'd probably give all those movies like a C-. That's how I feel about this one. Now, fans of this series are not going to be happy because there's a decision that's made in this movie, and you'll know it when you see it, and it's going to piss people off, like, big time. They really took a risk in this movie. Excuse me. Now, I'm not even a fan, and it pissed me off, you know. So, yeah, take that as you will, you know. When you see it, you'll see it, but it's pretty bold. I'll give the movie, you know, credit for trying to do something different. I don't know if any other Legacy movie's ever done something like this, but I'm trying to think. I can't remember. There could be another instance of what I'm referring to, but it's a it's a choice, you know. But yeah, basic premise of the movie is very similar to the first one. You have a group of a couple friends who are driving drunk, smoking weed on the 4th of July, and they end up, killing somebody / witnessing somebody die, whatever, and they keep it a secret, and then a year passes, and then they get a message that says, "I know what you did last summer," and then bodies start piling up. You have the fisherman killer. Now, this being a horror movie, you do have kills and gore and stuff like that, obviously. The fisherman gimmick is okay. Like, I don't view it as, like, iconic or anything like that. He has the hook or whatever, but none of the kills for me, like, really stood out, to be honest. Like, they were all just okay. Pretty much the same thing, just getting hit with the hook, and, again, it is rated R, thankfully. It's not PG-13, which I hate in horror movies nowadays. So the gore was fine. It's just, as a slasher villain, my favorite thing about, like, this kind of movie, though, is, like, the mystery aspect, like, trying to guess who's the killer, And I'll give the movie props because I had my mindset on somebody, and it turned out to be wrong. So, yeah, I did not predict the reveal. I don't know if it was obvious to other people. It wasn't to me. So, yeah. And I gotta say, too, by the way, there is a very important mid-credit scene that most of my audience missed. I feel like 90% of the people left before that scene played. So, stay tuned for that scene, please. It's worth it. You only have to sit, like, an extra 2 minutes or something. It happens pretty early on in the credits. So yeah, again, this movie was just okay. I'd probably give it like a 5 out of 10. Like I said, C-. All the characters are very much like the same archetype, as in from the first movie. You have the prom queen sort of girl, like Sarah Michelle Gellar's character in this one. And then you also have like Jennifer Love Hewitt's character template. And then there's a Freddie Prinze Jr. Template too, and the actor actually like looks like the young Freddie Prinze Jr. Like, it's actually kind of shocking. Like, I'm like, this guy really looks like same body type, everything. He looks just like Freddie Prinze Jr. back in the day. And then you have like the Ryan Phillippe jock type, archetype guy. And then with the legacy characters, you do have the Dewey archetype sort of from Scream 5, Freddie Prinze Jr. And then you have, like, the Sydney archetype in Jennifer Love Hewitt in this one. So, yeah. They were cool in the movie coming back. They had plenty of screen time. I thought they were in the movie enough. And it was fun to see them again. Like, even Jennifer Love Hewitt does her famous "What are you waiting for?" scream thing, that she did in the first one. I think she did it in the second one, too. And, Scary Movie made fun of that. So, yeah, it was fun to see that again. But yeah, again, nothing really special. And I gotta say, too, like, when the movie started, like, the introduction scene, I actually did not like the characters at all. I found them actually insufferable. I thought the dialogue was really bad. I thought the acting was just, kind of eye-rolling a little bit. And then as the movie went along, I actually, like, came to like all the characters pretty much. And I was really rooting for them by the end. And the main blonde girl, I forget her name. It starts with a D. The actress is Madeline Klein, but her character especially, I really did not like. And then she really grew on me by the end. She has a dream sequence, I'll just say, which when you see it, you'll see what I mean. But that scene is what sold me on her character. Like, okay, they're establishing her as like this sort of character in the movie, so it's like, okay. You know what? I really dig her character now. And I gotta say, too, by the way, there are little references and Easter eggs and quite a few surprises to the older movies. So if you're a fan, you'll definitely be eating good with this one. But like I said early on, there is a decision that's made in this movie that is going to anger a lot of people. Yeah. I can't wait to see other people's, spoiler reviews and see what they have to say about it. I'm not going to talk about it in detail. It's just, I personally, like, within the sense of the plot, I don't know if it makes 100%, sense, if that makes any sense. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I get why they did it, but, again, when you look at it from a narrative perspective, like, does this actually make sense? Would this happen? And then there's also, like, another thing. It's like, okay, I need to rewatch this movie because certain characters are talking to each other in a scene, and then you find out something later, and it's like, wait, I don't know if that would make sense. I don't know. I can't say anything because I'm trying not to spoil it, obviously. But yeah, I'm curious to see what the reception's going to be to the decision in this movie. But yeah, other than that, I don't really have much else to say. I think I covered everything I said in the first review. Yeah. So, anyways, let me know in the comments how you would rank all the movies. You can include the third one if it's, even worth checking out or whatever. And how would you rate them all? I'd give them all like a C minus. Like I said, they're all like the same movie. So, but yeah, I guess I like the first one the best. It's very 90s, which I like. But yeah, this one was, it was fine. It was just totally okay movie. Nothing special. So yeah. But anyways, thank you guys for watching. Next week, of course, is Fantastic Four, so I'm excited for that one. Yeah. So anyways, thank you guys for watching, and have a good one. Bye-bye.